Perino. This is America's Newsroom. What I'm very excited about to get to, Griff Jenkins reporting, is that the reporters across the board have been demanding that the White House tell Department of Homeland Security to allow them some media access. That has not been forthcoming. We were able to get this in a very interesting way in which we will ask
during the
Griff
Trump years, this was quite common. You can make a phone call. They take you down there. You can see what you wanted to see. It's been a very different story in the first 2 months of this administration.
Right. So as the feds restrict media access, Ohio Senator Rob Portman let Fox News tour the border with him. Griff Jenkins joined him for a ride-along last night, and Griff has been delivering just incredible reporting from the border for weeks. Let's take a look.
The residents here in at least the Rio Grande Valley sector of Texas where we are say they've never seen anything like it. That levee in the distance, the Rio Grande River is on the other side. That's where we're seeing just an unbelievable number of migrants coming across. This sector here in El Paso is on fire as well. He hasn't heard the U.S. President's message that now is not the time to come.
No. I listened to the news that they were letting people in.
Does it frustrate you that the new administration does not call this a crisis?
Yes, sir, it does. When you see a father with a 4-month-old baby riding on his chest, a 4-month-old baby, that's sad.
Okay, so the Texas Governor Greg Abbott on standby. His take in a moment. Let's start, though, with Griff Jenkins. They were on the borders in El Paso, Texas today. We say the access has been cut off. How did this happen then, Griff?
Bill, Dana, good morning to you. It happened because I'm in El Paso and Senator Portman saw us here. He went for a ride along with the National Border Patrol Council, and he decided to extend an offer to ride with him, and I took it. But let me show you a sign here behind me where we are right along the border. You can see what it says. Border Patrol access only right here between El Paso and Ciudad Juarez. Now, under the last administration, as you mentioned, very easy to get that access. The Border Patrol chiefs in these sectors have indicated to me, Bill and Dana, that they want to grant my request to ride along and see some of the shelters, but yet Washington is specifically denying that access at every turn. Now, Senator Portman talked to me about what we saw, multiple apprehensions of single adult males last night in Sunland, New Mexico, just a few miles from where I am standing. But Portman also breaking some news that DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas will be here today at some point to tour this area. Here is what Portman told me. Listen.
I'm spending the day tomorrow with Secretary Mayorkas. He'll be here. We'll be looking at some of the issues, including this huge problem with unaccompanied kids coming across the border. Those numbers have increased even more dramatically, to the point that right now we have a true crisis in detention facilities.
We were out late last night with the senator and Art Del Cueto, the vice president of the union that was leading the tour. All of the people apprehended were runners. They were evading capture from the Border Patrol, most of them single adult males. Here is what Del Cueto had to say. Listen.
It's one thing after another. It's nonstop. You saw the agent was running out there. He said, "Hey, how are you? I got to get out of here because
he was out of breath.
Because he was out of breath. There's another group coming through, and that's a daily occurrence. So that's what they get a lot of around here is individuals that will just run. They don't want to surrender. They just want to come through."
And Bill, a very telling interview with one of the migrants who used to live in Chicago, deported. Now he's trying to come back, was caught. And here's what he said about whether he's heeding the message from the White House. Watch. Why won't they listen? Yeah, why not listen?
Look, if you guys lived in our country, you guys will know that it's really tough. It's really tough.
Financially.
It's really tough, and violence, you know, it's really tough.
I'm looking for money, you know. I need it. Long time is coming, long time, maybe 15 years coming.
And then the new president, President Biden, says don't come. When he says don't come, what do you say? Will you still come?
For here, me, or pues problem, maybe. I have, pues suerte, tengo suerte, pues sí.
Buena suerte means good luck in Spanish, so maybe he's going to try his luck again. Meanwhile, we reached out to DHS for a comment and details of Secretary Mayorkas' visit here today. They have not responded, but one thing he will see, Bill and Dana, is the sector where they're up 238% in single adult encounters from this time last year. Bill, Dana?
Incredible reporting, Griff. I do want to follow up on